Hey, Elizabeth, it's Juanita, and I hope all is well. I am actually reading your email from yesterday, and I want to answer it. I actually want to do a video to answer your questions, which is why I'm just now getting to it, because I didn't want to just write text. I wanted to actually show you. So let's talk about your number one. You want all your documents in Excel and Outlook to have the Century Gothic font 8 point. 8's a little small. Probably recommend you boost that up a little bit, maybe to 10 or 12, but let me show you how you're going to do that. I'm assuming you're still in Outlook 2007, and if you're not, give me a call. It's going to be a little different if you're in Outlook 2010. But you're going to go to Tools, Options, Mail Format tab, come down to where it says Stationery and Fonts and give that a click. And on New Mail Messages, click on Font, and start typing C-E-N-T for Century. There we go. We found Gothic. And regular. Now, if you want 8 point, that's fine. But just see that's going to be really small. So I recommend you kind of get that up in there. Maybe 11. And my preference is 12. Especially for this particular font. But say, okay, you can do whatever size you want. Replying or forwarding messages, do the same thing. Start typing the Century, and that gets you to that category, Gothic, regular, whatever size you want, and say okay. And that's for replying or forwarding messages. Don't click out there. Go ahead and say okay here, and say okay here. Of course, when you open up a new mail message, you're going to start typing. I hope I see. Century Gothic. There we go. And that's what we got right there, which is what we set as defaults. And if we reply to a mail message, we'll see those same fonts. And I'll go ahead and click out, and no, I don't want to save. Now in Excel, you're going to go to the Microsoft Office button, click on Excel Options, and you're going to say, make sure the Popular tab is clicked on here. When creating new workbooks, use this font, Century Gothic. You can choose from several, and I'll just do this drop down box. If it will drop down. There we go. Any font you want. And the size, if you want 8, go ahead and say 8. And that's going to be your default. Say OK. And you'll see you'll get a message that says you do need to exit Excel in order for these to take place. So say OK. And click out. And I don't want to save, but you can see what you're supposed to do there if you want to change the font. Okay, so now your next number 2 says my email goes from HTML to plain text without my provocation. And I'm not sure why that would be, because if you have it set to HTML, your email should always be in HTML, which means you have the capability of adding pictures and all the good things that HTML email allows. Now, there are times when people will send you a text-based, and you'll reply, and in that case you don't have a choice but to reply in plain text, but your email should always be in HTML because you've gone to Tools, again Options, again Mail Format tab, and as you can see, Message Format, you have composed in this message format HTML. Now if you wanted plain text, that's where you would choose plain text or rich text, but if you have it set to HTML, your email should always be in that format. And I'm hoping that the only time you see it otherwise is when you receive a text or plain text email. Okay, that takes care of number 1 and number 2. Number 3, I'm not real clear on. You said I have lost the ability to search on all mail items in Outlook. Cannot find any correspondence back, which is a real hindrance. And I'm not sure why that would be. So let me just talk about that. Whenever you're in Outlook and you're trying to search all items, then you use your search box right here. So let's just say I'm looking for something specific. I'm going to put, let's just pick up something here. I will say Todd Blake. And then I'll hit the enter, or I'll just really don't even have to hit enter. Outlook knows what I want to do. Now see where it says try searching again in all mail items? So that automatically comes up with every email. You may need to go to the very bottom, but it's going to come up. I can click on try searching in all mail items, and then it automatically searches all mail items. And that's, again, at every search in Outlook, the very last option will be all mail items. So you can see it's doing a search, and it's going to go through lots of my folders to find that. And there we go. I have searched the all mail items. Now, you will notice the chevrons over here, just so you know. You can click on those chevrons and it's going to give you another list of options. And that's pretty standard with searching in Outlook. You can see you can search from, to, body. Maybe there's some words, keywords you want to type in there. You can add criteria like attachments or importance, categories. So all of that is, again, always available to you whenever you want to search Outlook. I hope these little tips or whatever help you. And if you have any questions, hit me back. Again, if you're using 10 now instead of 7, what I'm showing you now will be a little bit different. So I'll need to know. Alrighty, that's my end of my little tutorial. And I hope you're doing well. And yes, I want to go to Kiowa again. I loved it. Loved it, loved it, loved it. Alrighty, take care. Bye.